That is such a good looking snake. Look at that. Rattlesnake. This species has not just the hemotoxin of a typical viper, but also the neurotoxin of what's typically found in the Elapidae family, like the mambas, the kraits, the cobras. So it's a pretty interesting species when it comes to its venom. Tricky thing with this snake is that it reverses like crazy. So I have to revert back to the ground when handling him so he doesn't bite me on my hands. This snake is looking beautiful. I can't get over the markings on the back of that snake's hood. Such a good looking animal. Super vibrant in coloration, especially after just going through shed. Now it looks like it's got more of a yellow tone to it, which is awesome. It almost looked white before. Still need to practice. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to my wildlife. I'm just hanging out with Ziggy. I was just taking a break because earlier today we were cleaning snake cages, which is what you saw in the previous episode. I've got plenty more feces to clean. I got King Cobra to take care of, Kevin the King Cobra. I've got the Indian Cobras to take care of, so there's lots of cleaning to do. I thought I'd just take a nice break in the AC and hang out with little Ziggy, play some tunes. Isn't that right, little Ziggy? What are you doing, baby? Getting big as ever. Look at that tail. This is a little mosasaur. She is becoming such a beast. And look at her teeth. She's got a nice set of teeth on her. I love her so much. Come here. Come here. Oh, you got some hair stuck on your face. I always like to come out, hang out with Ziggy, let her know that I love her, rub her jaws, spend some time with her. Because one day, she's going to be real big. And I want her to remember who raised her up from my little gecko. Right? Alright. Bye, Ziggy. Love you. Alright, beautiful people, let's go clean some snakes. Alright guys, we're going to be taking out these Indian Cobras and cleaning their enclosures, so let me just get everything ready to go. We've got some aspirin right here, keep the towel ready. I think we'll start with the bottom, we'll work with the smaller snakes first. And then we'll make our way to the top, to the big male that's up there. So let's see, actually, we got to start with our South American rattlesnakes. They're right here, and they're looking really good. Really good. They've been getting big. They're real stocky looking now. They don't look like little babies anymore. And they're getting nice size. Like, look at this snake. Look how beautiful that rattlesnake is. Watching that other rattlesnake as well. That's okay. Look at that. That is such a good looking snake. Look at that. Rattlesnake. This species has not just the hemotoxin of a typical viper, but also the neurotoxin of what's typically found in the Elapidae family, like the mambas, the kraits, the cobras. So it's a pretty interesting species when it comes to its venom, as well as the fact that they're very beautiful. And they come with diamonds, they come with stripes and diamonds, and then they come like, they come like this, but they have no diamonds at all. This one is amazing. He's a little upset though, so let's get him out of there. He's a little bit difficult to tail because he's a very defensive snake, unlike the sibling. Alright, there we go. Big fat slug right into the bucket. So proud of these snakes. I got them when they were just little worms, and now they're starting to turn into full-fledged rattlesnakes. Alright, cool. So we got that taken care of. Let's just throw the fecal away. We got plenty of stuff going on here. We got a big spicy one right there that's crusted onto the wall. We got to spray that. We got some on the side of this hive. We'll take that out. Let's get them some fresh water. I'll see you guys in a second. So we're good to go. The cage is cleaned up. We got some fresh water. And we can put these little guys back. So let's see. I can hear them rattling. They're not too happy about what's going on. I don't handle these two snakes too often. So when I do have to handle them, at least this male gets a little upset. He's always throwing a fit, but he's really good looking, so. He can be as angry as he wants. I still love him. There you go. Let's get this little baby out. Oh, beautiful rattlesnakes. I'm so glad they're doing well. Alright guys, we're going to close this up and we're going to move on to the cobras. They're a little more exciting, so that was a little bit of a warm-up. The first one is probably one of the most excited of the four cobras. They all have their own individual personalities, even though they are cobras and they're usually a very defensive species, but at the end of the day, these are animals. They're all living things. They're all different personalities and they'll all react differently. So this snake is usually very flighty, shoots around a whole lot. This is one of the males. reverse the mic a little bit. It's okay, relax. So everyone's got their own individual personality. This one's a little flighty and defensive. The female I have, she is actually pretty placid. And then there's other snakes that I don't even want to put up, and they're just very standoffish. So everyone's got their personality. Just because it's a deadly venomous reptile doesn't mean they all are out to get you. At the end of the day, these animals just want to avoid you. Whenever you see me handle these animals, they're always darting in different directions. They don't want to be around me. You know, I'm a big mammal. That's a snake that's only an inch or so off the ground. I'm very intimidating. I stand 5'11", let's just say 6 foot off the ground. And it's very intimidating for the animals. So we're like big apes. These snakes are on the ground looking up at us like, oh no, what do I do? Ah! You know, that's like all they have to do. They don't have arms to say, hey, stop. So in reality, snakes are not mean. They're just defensive. They're scared. Except for reticulated pythons. A reticulated python will try to eat you. But that's a different story, and we'll talk about that another day. All right, let's clean some poop. The water's not too good. Let's dump that out. We don't want that, so we surge up that snake again. We got poop in the corners. We got some dry skin. There we go. Just a nice spot cleaning. It's not too bad in here because I cleaned in here about a week ago. There we go. Seems like it's all good. Just make sure he's not hiding anything from me because they love to hide their little meatballs, huh? You don't want me to find them, huh? Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Hidden gems. Hidden gems right in front of us. We're going to put this Indian Cobra back. So we have plenty more to deal with today. Oh, relax, buddy. Don't reverse on me. This snake loves to reverse, so let's get him right back into there. There we go. Now, we have another one of the very flighty males. This is one of the smaller ones as well. And he's going to the bathroom in his water, so that's why it's important to double check and make sure all the waters are good. So we don't want them drinking that. Very fast snake. Hello. Hello. Let's be a little bit calm, buddy. See, look how fast he hooks up. Let's be a little bit calm. All right, guys, we're gonna put this guy right into the can. So he doesn't throw too much of a hissy fit. Look at that snake. Beautiful. So much white breaking out in those scales. It's a really good-looking animal. He's just a real crumpler. Little cranky one. Nice and secure. It looks like there's not too much to clean. Oh, I almost dropped the whole thing. It looks like there's not too much to clean in here. I just need to clean the back of this enclosure, dump the water out, and that's about it. We only got like a little spot of poop there, and a little spot of poop here. And that was it. Nice and easy to clean. Let me move this around to double check. Seems like we're good. Fluff it up. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. We got a little secret nugget buried right there. I'm gonna put that in my little safe for later. You know, the thing is, these snakes are a little bit subterrestrial, meaning they have burrows underneath the ground, and they'll hang out there all day until the sun goes down and the earth begins to cool, because in India, it gets really hot. And most reptiles do not want to sit out in the sun and cook. A lot of snake species don't enjoy cooking like a crocodile on a bank. You know, reptiles have to cool down. They're what's called ectothermic, which means they rely on their surrounding environment for energy. So if it's cold outside, their body's not working, it's slowing down, they're not moving much. If it's hot outside, their blood's flowing, they're moving like a hot oiled machine. So basically, they run on the sun. Reptiles are basically solar panels of the animal world. So you always got to think about that when these animals are out in the environment. So if it's really hot outside, you're probably not going to run into a snake. But if it's cool in the morning or cool in the evening, snakes are going to be moving. So it's always interesting to keep in mind, especially if you live in an area where you have to worry about snakes moving at night. All right, guys, we got our pressure water kit to go. So let's get this little Cobra back into its little home so he can go back to resting or go back to just not being so cranky. Trick with this snake, or the tricky thing with this snake, is that it reverses like crazy. So I have to revert back to the ground when handling him so he doesn't bite me on my hands. He's a little cranky, huh? You're a little cranky snake? Come here. All right, let's get him back into his home. What's all the huff and the puff? There you go. Notice it's clean now. All right, guys, next Cobra. This is actually the female, the only female Indian Cobra I have. And she's actually not too badly tempered. She barely hoods up. She really just tries to get away the whole time. As you can see, she's not hitting up at all right now. She's just trying to make her moves and get out of here. But she's actually a pretty sweet snake, just a bit flighty. She's actually almost as big as that big male. Look at her. I think what I want to do is get another female, just because, like I said before, this female here has some minor kinks around the neck or minor deformities that she got when she was born. So I'm thinking get another female just in case, so we have a little more variety. All right, guys, not too bad in this one either. You guys got a couple spots of poop to clean. Very lovely. Not too bad. These Cobras are doing fantastic. Like I said, they've been shedding, they've been eating, they've been very active. As you can see, they're very athletic snakes. Just gonna pump that water out. We're gonna go put some fresh. Fresh.
Fresh.
Fresh.
Fresh.
Fresh. Let's see, we're going to take this one out. This is the female, so nothing too much to worry about, but always have you got out. Oh, come here. Here, silly little snake. Look at this. So she's just very flighty. Look, she doesn't even put up. She's just hanging out. There we go. Oh, relax, relax, relax. Relax. Relax, let me help you. There we go. Alright, so she's good to go. We're going to let her be. We're going to be taking out the big Indian Cobra. This guy has got some size on him, and he just came out of shed, because remember, he had some stuck shed. It's all taken care of now. It looks like he's good to go. So let me actually push back this cart a little bit. There we go. Put the can right over here. He's a little crazy too. A little crazy defensive. Oh, man, look how freaking gorgeous this snake is. Look at the eyes on this snake. Look at the teardrops. Woo, this snake is so beautiful. Look at the coloration. Just came out of shed. And I don't believe you guys have seen this snake after a good shed. Because when we first got this snake, it was actually opaque because it was going into shed, and then it had a bad shed afterwards. And now it's completely good to go. This snake is looking, on fire. Look at that hood. Flex. Whoop. This snake is so beautiful. Look at this. If I gently touch the back of the snake, he starts to hood up in defense. Let's see. Relax. Relax. This snake is looking beautiful. I can't get over the markings on the back of that snake's hood. Such a good looking animal. Super vibrant in coloration, especially after just going through shed. Now it looks like it's got more of a yellow tone to it, which is awesome. It almost looked white before. All right, let's get this big guy into the bucket. And then we are gonna end up taking him out one more time. You guys can check him out again. Wow, look at Allison stretching out right now. Oh, I've got him out. Look how big Allison is. That is insane. Big black mamba, big beautiful Indian Cobra. Let's get him back inside this bucket, this whole receptacle, and start cleaning his enclosure. Shouldn't be too bad, just a lot of broken up shed. Look at this snake, come look at this thing. Beautiful. Look at that coloration. We're gonna take out all the old shed in here, take out this water bowl, get it nice and clean. Look at all this nice big shed, broken up a bit, but as long as those eye caps are coming off like they are, and this snake is completely getting off that skin, that's all that matters. So let's take all this skin out, take out the spicy made balls. I'm gonna throw this away because it's all broken up. All right, guys, we got some fresh water. We're good to go. Just close this a little more to see more inviting to the snake. Show them that there's a nice dark area to hide. That's all the snake wants to do right now. All right, guys, let's take out this beautiful big male. Ooh, you're not happy right now. Check this out. He was just hooding up and striking at the bottom. Now he's just in flight mode. Look, oh my goodness. I'm so lucky to be able to have this snake, because Indian Cobras haven't been readily available in the United States for quite some time. Only here and there are private collectors or certain zoo associations getting rid of an individual or so, but my friend hit me up and said, hey, I got a pair. I said, okay, I'm coming for the pair. And then when I got there, I saw he had 5, so I ended up getting the 3 beautiful males and the 1 female that was there. And now I've got these beautiful snakes. And just look at the back of that hood. Naya is famous for this hood. The 2 O's right there, which look like spectacles. Also why they got the name Spectacle Cobra. Although, this is a deadly snake. He's long, so I let it flow and I don't try to restrain the animal. He seems to relax and not get too defensive. But also, it's great to use the hook to keep that snake from you, since these animals love to reverse, and it's so easy for the snake to turn around and just bite you on the hand. It's a very respectable species. Naya really does have quite a potent neurotoxin. A neurotoxin you would never want to experience. It could very seriously end your life. You'd have to be on a respirator if you got a bite from a snake like this, because the neurotoxin is blocking the receptors from the brain telling your body what to do, including your ability to breathe, which your body can no longer do, and you need to be put on a respirator. So it's really no joke. You would never want to get tagged by such a snake, let alone any venomous reptile. Every single one of these snakes demands the utmost respect, from the smallest, like the pygmy rattlesnake, to the biggest, like the king cobras, the mamas, the cobras. Everything in here deserves respect. These snakes could very easily end your life, but I love working with them. I've been doing this since I was a little kid, working with snakes, crocs, bears, panthers, and crazy people. So it's all I've done growing up. I love it. I won't stop doing it. All right, guys, let's put this big, beautiful male back inside his enclosure. Let's see. Say hello to the viewers real quick before we go. Huh? Want to say hello? Oh, doesn't like the viewers. All right, we're gonna put him back. Let him go on to resting. There we go. Go back. I'll see you later. Such a beautiful snake. All right, guys, we're good to go. That's going to be it for this episode. We have lots more to do. I have to clean these Egyptian cobras. I got to clean Kevin the King Cobra again. There's lots to come. If you guys want more content, if you're hungry for more, then go to our Patreon and become a Patreon supporter. Because if you guys go on that website, you get to see exclusive videos that aren't being seen on this channel, exclusive animal content like creatures we don't feature on this channel. So if you guys want to check that out, become a Patreon supporter. There's custom merch just for the Chandler's Wildlife Club on Patreon. So if you guys want to support us there, please do. If you do this, it's going to help us go faster to our goal of getting a facility going. I am dying to start my facility. I want to have a big piece of land. We're already looking at some properties. The goal is to raise enough money to be able to pull this property down. So if you guys want to help support this goal of creating a conservatory for endangered crocodiles, snakes, and all types of awesome wildlife for education and conservation of the species, then support us on Patreon. I'm going to be giving tours at that facility myself to the guests. So I will see you there. I'll see you on the next one. Stay beautiful, stay safe, and don't forget to check out Chandler's Wildlife merch, because they gotta be chill like Ziggy. Stay gangster. I'll see you on the next one.